Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. I decided to make this quick video. It's gonna be /history/ am I pay to win player, like I've been accused so many times on my stream, on my comments, on my videos on YouTube, in game also. Like I'm gonna log my main account. Like I only have two accounts in this server. Uh, my main account is premium. You have all the characters that I have outside the Fury Warrior. So here you can see this account is premium. I donated once, like all the way back 2010. Back then, the only way you can donate to the server was you actually needed to go to your bank and type the IBAN address on the Warmane bank account and send the money through there. There was no options to donate with the cards, things like this, at least in my country. So I just donated once to skip the queue, because as it is now, there was a big queue and I really wanted to play. So if we go through history, now first I'm gonna show you that this account have all my characters, so I don't have any other character outside my other account with my warrior. So this is my warlock, this is my paladin, this is my druid, this is my hunter, my shaman, mage, warrior, tank, this priest, this is my rogue, and my DK. So again, let's go through here and click on history. So I get some points. With points you can buy items, mounts, things like this from Warmane shop, like each year. Just not the 2019, I guess. I claimed the points, so I get few points there. I did receive gifts like 25 coins from this guy, and I had to return 12 coins to CMG Red, because he sent me 12 coins on my warrior account, so I can buy, I think it was the belt or something, I don't really remember. From trading, I was trading gold for coins, so I get a lot of coins like this back in the days, because when I needed some item really bad, and just farmed gold for 2-3 days and I buy the item. So there is that. And here you can see I spent some of my points recently to transfer my characters to Alisite, where I'm raiding currently. And on marketplace, let's see how much items did I buy. Like the server actually, let me see, services, yeah. There was a server wipe around 2015, so everyone lost all of their characters in the server, and there was an option like to level instant on the account that you already had on Warmane, to level instant like several characters. I guess it was 5, because that's how much instant leveling options I choose. So I start playing again, like in the server from 2015. Before that I was actively raiding also, but like for maybe a year and a half, 2 years, and then I stopped playing. But after 2015 I was a bit more active. So here I just level up a bunch of characters. Warlock is my love, so I started getting my Warlock. And on the marketplace, with the coins that everyone that donated did receive some kind of bonus coins from Warmane stuff, like after the server wipe. So I received 122 coins of this, and I decided to spend these coins for my weapon, my bow trinkets, and my offhand, because these are the items that's really gonna improve my DPS, and it's gonna be really hard for me to get them outside this offhand, I guess, the weapon, bow trinkets. Because, as I said, the server wipe was 2015, so not a lot of guilds back then, not a lot of players, not geared people. So I just spent these coins that Warmane gave it to me for these 4 items. After that, I spend my coins that I get with selling gold for coins for like shoulder piece tier set. I don't know why I did that, but I guess I really wanted to have forced bonus, so that's why I did it probably. Then with few more gold for coins, I buy my wrist on my warlock. Did the same with my feet and my legs. And after that, when I made my hunter, I buy my hunter this weapon, because weapon is really hard to get, like, because you're a hunter, like you don't have gear, so you don't go like ICC 25 make heroic rate, so the weapon is gonna be really hard for me to get until I'm late in the game, so that's why I buy the weapon. Here with coins I buy the trinket for my hunter as well, and here I buy this ring for my rogue. And this trinket here from TOGC 25 make heroic, I did buy it for my frost mage, because back in the days I was playing frost mage PvP and there was pretty much no way anyone from the guild that I was raiding with that is gonna give me this trinket over some healer, so I just decided to farm gold for and sell this going for coins. So as you can see, for all my 11 characters that I have, and they're pretty much BS, I buy several items on my warlock, and the rest of them are BS or 1-2 items away from BS without donating any item. But let's go and see. For example, I didn't buy a single item for my druid. Here is my druid. At the moment is with tank gear. The gear I decide to go on my tank gear is like as much armor as I can have from items, as well the bracer from TOGC, I prefer them, but that's just my choice. I don't tell that is the best way or the optimal, never. So this druid is BIS, Feral Tank, Balanced Druid, Feral DPS, and Resto Druid without Shadowmoor. And if we go here, you will see, for example, statistic, dungeons and raid that I did, how many LODs on this druid. I did 59 LODs on this druid and 79 Lich King, 25 man normal. Also, I did quite some Ruby Sanctums as well. Let me just try to find where is Helion. Oh, actually it's not showing Helion at all. Yes, these numbers are probably not correct because it shows that I never did Ruby Sanctum, which is strange. I did it so many times, but whatever. My other character is this hunter. It's BS with items I choose to play. Like I choose to play with this snake over Cindy 25 make heroic. And again, the only item I buy for him was this weapon because I made this hunter. Like he didn't have any gear, so I have to progress as usual, going buying BWs if there are some, doing dungeons, farming TOGC, OS, VOA, like things like this. So pretty much I got pretty lucky with this hunter. I gear him up like to almost beast or beast like under 2 months. I believe this is the only character that I geared so fast. The other one is my warrior. My warrior is having some gears. It's not BS, and I'm playing with 2 Warrens with male legs. The reason why I don't have Shadowmoor on him and I don't want to buy Shadowmoor is because I didn't even start the quest for Shadowmoor on this warrior. This warrior is like 5 years old on this server already. Because when we go and raid, and in the raid there are warriors with Shadowmoor, and when I out DPS them, the feeling is so much better when I'm BS and I'm out DPSing them. So that's why like I have normal items. Things like this. I don't even start the quest, as I said. My other character is my warlock, so this warlock took me to gear him to beast like 3 years. This freaking back here from Helion was just not dropping for me. Like every week, Helion, not dropping. There is one time that this item drop, I spend my DKP, I get item, and then the server crash, and after the crash, the item disappears. So I have to wait like another 4 months. But yeah, pretty standard gear, as you can see. Like it's beast for Demon Woji, it's beast for Affliction also. I have so much love for this Warlock. The other character is my Paladin. Again, it's pretty much close to BS. It doesn't have Vanir, the same reason that my Warrior don't have Shadowmoon, because I prefer to play the game raw. And yeah, it's BS, Holy, or close to BS, like you can see. I don't play red spec, I don't like red paladins at all, and I don't like prot paladins, so I don't play these two specs, so it's just Holy, close to beast. This is my DK tank. As you can see, I don't even have profession on him. It's again pretty much BS with the items that I choose to play with. I'm not saying this is the optimal items for him or optimal gaming games that I'm using, but every tank I prefer to use full stamina games. I'm not going into that why. And again, I'm not saying that this is the best. It's like, if you don't say it's BS, it's pretty much geared to the fullest. My other character is my mage. Pretty much with the items that I have, the base items that I have, I'm using it on this mage. I have gear for Arcane Mage also, but yeah, this mage even have 2 profession on him. Like for more spell power, I really like to go on the mage with more spell power, but again, I'm going for the bonuses on gems, but that doesn't really matter. I mean, for me, I'm not trying to mix max any of my characters. The reason because I'm doing that is I feel joy much more when I'm comparing head to head, like in guilds with another mage, another hunter, another warrior. He min-max his gear, he know rotation the best and all that shit. But in the end, when the fight starts and after that when the fight ends, the only thing that really matters is who is on top. So I've been on top pretty much most of the times. I'm not gonna say 100%, but let's say, I don't know, most of the times I always been on top. Like, and the thing here is you have to remember that when I start playing in this server, I had a really bad PC. I couldn't record back then, and I was playing around 5-7 FPS. Playing DPS with that much FPS, oh man! If any of you played with that low FPS, you know how hard is it. I didn't even play on full screen. I played like I don't remember the resolution. It was 1024 by 8060, like 7020p, whatever it is. Like, it was really bad, everything low, no add-ons, because the more add-ons I have, the more the game starts lagging for me. And after some point I upgraded my processor a bit, because my motherboard was not that good, so I bought like a processor that was already 10 years old. And I play with this computer till like early this year. I buy this computer like 3 months ago, around New Year. So all the clips that you see in my old videos are with my old PC, and there you can see 5, 7, 10, 12 FPS, and doing damage with that little FPS. It's really painful, but yeah, I had so much love for the game, so I didn't stop playing even with that low FPS, and I was competing with other players. Let's go through my other character. This is my Prius, close to beast. Actually, I have BS gear, but for this Prius I'm just lazy to game and enchant the gear that I have. That's why he have some items that are not from BS list, but it's pretty much geared. Again, I don't have a profession of him as well. It's not that I'm lazy, it's just, as I said, what I prefer to do. This is my shaman, again pretty much close to beast. Don't have Warmane, don't have professions either. It's enhancement. My husband gear is not BS, I'm missing few items, but the rest is pretty much close to beast. Yeah. My other character is my warrior tank. I choose to play with 4-piece set bonus. I have the gear for 2-piece bonus also. I am missing here and there a few items, but it's pretty much geared, like a lot of gear I have. I can tank LOD with him, I did tank LOD, Pain, whatever. I have 2 specs as you see. One is for protection when I'm main tank, the other one is when I'm off tanking on this warrior. And my last character is my rogue. It's pretty much close to BS, if not BS. I don't have profession either on this rogue, and I beat so many rogues BS with profession on him doing damage, so that's the reason. Okay, let's go a bit like to check how much LODs did I did, or at least accordingly this statistic that it's on my profiles. Like I did manage to pull every character that I have, every victories over Lich King 25 man heroic, and the same thing over Lich King 25 man normal. So with the numbers that I came up was 295 light of downs. I know there are a lot of people having way more LODs than me, like 3, 4, maybe 5 times more. I'm not that actively raiding, and the other thing is like during my years of raiding in this server, I helped several guilds, over the 10 guilds I helped doing their first LODs, doing their first Ruby Sanctum, all that stuff. Like I'm getting more joy helping people get gear, getting better, progressing through the game, learning the game, loving the game, so they spread the love around. And I have like 394 Lich King normal kills, as you can see. So pretty much I did farm a lot of LODs, a lot of Lich King normals, a lot of Ruby Sanctums. That's why like every character that I have, if it's not beast, it's like 1-2 items away from the beast. But let's go a bit in the story mode. Like when after the server wipe, after I buy like 4 items for my warlock, I did farm some RDFs. I didn't play in the server for like probably 3 years before that, so the people that I actually knew back then, there were not so many of them, and so I started on my own. What happened was I just find my way through gearing process, like doing reputation, doing random dungeons, farming false posts for Emblem of Triumph so I can get my gear on my warlock. And once I reached like 5.4 gear score, I decided, okay, it's time for me to apply in some guild so I can start raiding ICC. I did apply in one guild called Epic back then. It was really good guild, like a lot of good raid players was there. And basically they instantly rejected me. Of course, they said, your gear score is way too low, you're not gonna pull damage, blah blah blah. And I'm okay, fine, I can understand that. 5.4, they was farming, they was doing heroic raids. I don't remember back then if they was killing LODs, maybe they was, I'm not sure. But on the next day I saw that the raid guild master of this guild was making a pug raid, and I just whispered him to invite me in the raid. Of course, you know, I'm playing warlock as I said, so every raid needs Dim Warlock, so they took me because, you know, understanding back then for warlocks for everybody was like, okay, we're gonna take Dim Warlock as long he is attacking with his pet to proc the thingy that is giving more spell power to the whole raid, everything is gonna be fine, right? So I guess that was his thinking when he took me into the raid. But anyway, the raid started. we start swiping bosses here and there, because most of the people was from his guild and several pugs. And on on Deadbringer, something interesting happened. As I said, I'm 5.4 gear score warlock. So back then it was old molten core. So a lot of buff stacking, a lot of spells and buffs not working correct. So warlock was kinda OP demo, specifically doing damage. And I managed to pull around, I don't remember really, 23, 24k DPS on 5.4 gear score warlock. Of course, the main reason was because Soulfire back then, the buff is giving that much haste, so the cast was only 1 second. It doesn't matter how much, I mean, it does matter a bit of the haste that you need, but the haste was so low that you need to make the Soulfire cast 1 second, because even on that gear that I have 5.4 gear score, I had enough haste so Soulfire could be, 1 second cast. So, I just broke my Soulfire from the odds around Deadbringer and I'm just pulled 24k. And after this Deadbringer, the guy whispered me, "Hey man, you're guildless. Are you looking for a guild?" And I'm like, "Mate, I did apply to your guild and you just rejected me yesterday." And he said, "Yeah, but you're 5.4 gear score. Like, who will know that you can pull that much damage on that gear score?" And I'm like, "Sure, man. I just want to raid." So that's how my raiding process started. Once I joined the guild, they started looking me into the raids. I had my Holy Paladin, I had my Druiden, and some other characters. So I started gearing them up. We started doing LODs, and I had a chance to make more routes and more routes. So eventually, I ended up having every class in the game with almost every spec, as you can see here. Beasts or close to beasts. Outside the specs I don't play, like I don't play Boomy, I don't play Shadow Priest, I don't play Red, I don't play Unholy and Frost Decay. It's funny, on retail I was playing Frost and Unholy Decay a lot, but here, mostly because back then it was really not fun when a lot of things was not working. So, but anyway, so this is how I get into the raiding. After that, they merged the realms, because there was 2 realms, Ragnaros and Frost something, I believe. They merged the realms into one, and I went into Royal Bloodline. Guild was very... the guild back then had a lot of people. At one point we was even doing 2 ICC 25 man raids at the same time, like that's how much populated the guild was. But after like a year or so, this guild became, if not the best in the server. Like at that particular time, it became like one of the best guilds. And the funny part was that there was some point of this time, like for every single class, it doesn't matter, DPS, healer, whatever, we had a player that is, if he's not the best in the server with this class, he's in top 3. So a lot of players from Royal, they went to Hana, they went to Woodbud, they went, some of them was from Aurora, so a lot of good players was in this guild and the competition was really high. So there, if you want to learn how to play your class, how to pull really good, insane numbers as a DPS and as a healer, was a really great time back then, because as I said, a lot of people, a lot of great people, and a lot of people that was hungry to learn how to play their classes. Like when you go, because we was Horde Guild, when we was going into Heroic Dummy, it doesn't matter, Ogrimmar or Thunderbluff, like you wanna see 4 or 5 members from Royal Bloodline practicing rotation, practicing things like every single day. When you go there, you're gonna see people from Royal Bloodline. Now, when I go to the Heroic Dummies, I don't see people. Like, I guess they all know perfectly fine their rotation and all that stuff. But back then, like everybody. going there, learning things, and you go like 2-3 warriors there trying things, looking logs, like a lot of things was happening. And that's why the players there was really good, because they pushed themselves together, like, and every raid was competition. You are going against, if you're playing hunter against the other hunter, if you're playing warrior against the other warrior, and everybody's trying to push himself to the limit. And I can tell you there is a huge difference being average, or in your eyes good DPS in a bad or average guild, and in a good guild, like with really good players, like to be good or average DPS. The difference is huge, because like here you barely gonna see like 20k DPS on Deadbringers, like more than 2 or 3 people. Back then, like number 15 on damage was with 90k or something like that. Just ridiculous numbers. I have videos, you can see them. Like, but this is because people were trying their best just to pull numbers. We were going through contents, just rushing everything down, like swiping it like there is no tomorrow. It was really great time. Fortunately, as everything that is good in life, this has to end. So the guild is banned. Before that, people go to, I don't know, was it Utba or Hana? I don't remember the guild name. Ali side. A lot of our core members, they went to the, I believe, Warmane tournament that they have PvP. If I'm not correct, they even end up winning it, I think. I don't really remember. I didn't follow back then the PvP tournament. I was not very good at that time, but I think that was it, at least the first one. I don't really remember, because the second one I know some guild from not Ice Crown Realm win the tournament, which is normal, because they was doing 0 buff ICC all day, like every time they was raiding. And here the guilds was doing pretty much 30% buff, 30% buff Ice Crown. So yeah, and after that I returned here and there. As I said, I helped a lot of guilds doing their first LODs, first Ruby Sanctums. After Royal, I never really joined, and I wanted to join guild that is farming 5, 6, 7 LODs in a week, because there was no point for me doing that. I had already my gear. I prefer to help people understanding the game, help guilds doing their first kills. So pretty much that's the story time. I hope this clears out. Am I pay to win player? Did I really buy all my gears? Or I just farm my gear normally like every other, not every other, but most of the people that are playing here in the server. Again, I'm not bashing anyone or trying to say anything, but this is it. This is the reality, what happened with me and this realm. And at the moment I'm guildmaster in K4 Retail. We are not trying to be elite guild or farming guild. We are just trying to help people understand the game, getting them geared up. And yeah, a lot of them don't show loyalty, and after we get them LOD, after we gear them up, they leave the guild and go into another guild, because yeah, they can show their achievement LODs and whatnot. I understand that, it's totally fine. Like as I said, this is guild towards more helping people, not farming. Like if you want farming guild, every other guild is doing 3, 4, whatever LODs they're doing. So free to go there. And this is it. If you have more questions about like story time, like what is happened around the years, feel free to ask them in the comment section on the video below, guys. And yeah, have a good one, and see you on the next video.